Hey everyone, I'm here with my favorite lender, business partner, and most awesome guy that I know, Mario Galdos. I am going to interview him and ask him a few questions, and that way you guys can get to know a little bit more about him. Mario, welcome. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Tony, for having me and for the opportunity to be interviewed by you. I'm always honored, and of course, always appreciate you and your friendship and the value that you bring to this community. So, thank you.
And I feel likewise, you know that. So, all right, well, wonderful. Let me ask you just a few questions. I want to get my audience to know you. So, how long have you been a mortgage officer, and what made you pursue this career?
Well, that's an interesting. So to answer it directly, I've now been in the mortgage industry for a little over 15 years. I started in January of 2005. Prior to that, I was actually working in banking, and what I realized about banking was that although it was very transactional, I really wanted to build upon something that was a little bit more relationship based. And something that had a more long-term future based on the goals that I had for myself and my family. And so, started in 2005 of January in the non-prime industry. And then, of course, the market crashed from there and ended up coming to work for a brokerage in '08, and then moved to a banker in 2016 that I've been at since that time. So it's been a good 15 years.
Well, I have to say this. You started at a very tough time, right when we had kind of the other dip in the market. Actually, you started right before that. And so you lived through that. So given the fact that you lived through that hard time says a lot about what you do as far as your work, as far as you ethically and the way you treat people. Hey, I know that firsthand because my clients rave about you. They rave about
Thank
you.
you.
So
Thank you.
I am beyond happy that you're part of my team. So, okay,
Thank
the
you,
next
Tony.
question, what are some challenges you've encountered and how did you resolve them?
Well, many in real estate. I think that's probably the number one thing that you have to kind of look at is the experience level. Because really, when you get started in the industry, again, I started in '05 when literally, if you had a pulse, I could get you a mortgage loan.
Yeah, those
That's
are different times.
right. Super easy to get a mortgage loan, and then you go through a crash. That crash of 2008 was what I call experience. So getting through that challenging time was an experience for me, but really helped me acquire experience so that I could help others in the future. And every single mortgage that I'm blessed to help our home buyer with is a new opportunity, a new experience for me to hone in the skills, right? And what's great about that is that nobody is the same, right? We're all human, meaning that we all have different and unique situations and circumstances. And every now and again, we're going to come across one that I've never seen before. Again, in the last 15 years, I've helped over 1,000 home buyers accomplish their goals for home ownership. So that's a great thing to say. Hey, I've got the experience, but more so, it's getting creative with how to troubleshoot some of those things that are complicated. So challenges will include people not qualifying, or having low credit scores, or and maybe not having enough money saved up, and then getting creative with come up with solutions that will help them accomplish their goal.
Right, right. And trust me, I know because I have sat there and been there with you when you were helping some of my clients through some of these issues. So
Yeah.
I know that you always think outside the box, and 99% of the time you get my clients done, and that is beyond amazing to me. So, okay.
Thank you.
Dealing with so many different personalities, do you find yourself playing the go-between between difficult clients? And if so, do you have a example you can share with us?
Sure. I mean, there's definitely going to be very unique situations. I think, you know, the difficult, I don't know if it's maybe difficult clients as much as the circumstance of what they're going through might be challenging. I mentioned it a second ago. I've had situations where folks are excited to buy a home, get a home under contract after they've made an offer, and then all of a sudden they get the opportunity of a lifetime to transition jobs. And that can be a little challenging, you know, whenever you're having to navigate through those waters. So you've got to have somebody who's going to be in your corner to work through those things. Or maybe somebody bought a car and in the middle of wanting to buy a home. Again, these are things that you end up having to figure out ways to your point of thinking out of the box to say, how can we make this work, and how can we still help them accomplish their goal regardless of the changes that they're maybe facing, that they're having to make.
And I have a perfect example of that. Do you remember my friend Monica?
Sure. Yeah.
She went through the whole job change thing during literally, what was it, maybe like a week before we closed, but it took a little bit extra, but you got it done. You got it done.
That's, well, you know, one of the things that I've really learned to do over my career is to be very clear about setting expectations.
Mhm.
That's something that, you know, I make it mandatory for all home buyers that I work with, or even potential homeowners that are refinancing, to do a consultation with me. In that consultation, we go through the process, so that way they have confidence from start to finish. They go through the products of what kind of program they're going to qualify for. We go over their goals, but in that meeting, we also go over what I call the 10 commandments. It's basically the do's and don'ts of mortgages. So things like changing jobs, or like buying cars, or acquiring debt, are things that we cover in that meeting to set all home buyers and potential homeowners up for success as we continue forth in the process.
Well, you're wonderful at doing that, my friend. Like I said, I have the perfect example, and that happened actually just a couple of years ago. My friend that was buying her house, she got laid off, and we ended up having to wait. I think it was like 1 or 2 months for her to find a new job. And once she got into her new job, same line of work, and we were able to get her done. So that was just one example that I can remember of your professionalism and awesomeness.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. So tell me a little about your family.
Yeah. So, and if you might even be able to hear them in the background. I've got three boys.
Working from home, right? The pleasures.
Yeah, the pleasures of working from home for sure. But I'm blessed to say I've got three boys and a beautiful wife named Stephanie, who we've been married for now it's going to be 8 years this year. So I'm super, super grateful for that. I do have a son from a first marriage, and he is 19. His name is Darian. I have a 5-year-old son who's going to be 6 in a week. His name is Triton, which actually, to fun fact here, is that my team is named the Triton Group at Legacy Mutual Mortgage because he's named after Triton. So I figured, when I started the team very close to when Triton was born, I figured, hey, we'll raise 2 Tritons at the same time. And so we've done that.
Is the most awesome story, and it's so beautiful that you've named your team after something that is so beyond dear to your heart. This is your son.
Yes.
Yeah. It's awesome. And I know you have another little boy, your little Atlas.
My little 2-year-old Atlas, who is incredible. He's full of energy. I mean, I will say, I think between the 5 and the 2-year-olds, their energy mind. If I had that, I don't know that I've ever sleep. But you know, I'm so honored and grateful. They are my why. They are my purpose, and they drive my whole family, my entire family. They drive me every single day.
Well, your kids and your wife, you have an absolutely wonderful, beautiful family. And the fact that you guys are all so cohesive and love spending the family time, not only your kids, but your mom and dad, you know, you got your whole family involved in your business. And I think that is like just so awesome. It is just,
Thank you.
that's all I can say about it.
I love my family. Thank you.
Yeah. And I love them too. They're my buddies' family. And they're part of my family now too, after God, what, 10 years we've been working together.
I know it's wild that it's been as long as it has, but I'm honored to, of course, not only work together, but to really be friends. And that's very special to me, Tony.
Time has flown by, and it's certainly, I am beyond grateful because you were brought into my life. So
Thank
thank
you.
you. All right. Well, lastly, I want you to tell me something about you that most people don't know. This will be fun.
Sure. Well, I mean, and I don't know that most people don't know this, but maybe most viewers that will be watching this video could do a quick Google search and find out that I played, I sing for a rock band called Memory of a Melody. So I've been doing that for many, many years, music for many years of my life. Started out playing the bass guitar. Most people don't know that. But I played the bass for many years, and I always had this passion to want to sing. And unfortunately, I had some adversity because some of my bandmates in previous bands would say, "You're not a singer, man. You're just a bassist." And I'm like, "But I want to sing." And so, in 2008, conveniently, it just kind of timed out with the market crash, and I think I needed a distraction from the market crashing. I started this band, Memory of a Melody, as the lead singer and the bassist, and then transitioned to being a full-time singer for the band. So, little fun fact there. I also have a motivational page that I run called Bald Guy with the Bow Tie, since, of course, I am the bald guy with a bow tie. And so
That's the best tagline ever.
got to keep it fun and fresh in life, and that's something that, again, is something that I'm very proud of. I've really put myself into the things that are most important to me, and of course that falls within God, family, of course the Triton Group, a Bald Guy with the Bow Tie, and Memory of a Melody. So keeping it simple. That's simple.
Awesome. Well, my friend, you know that I admire you like there's no tomorrow, that I aspire to be like you. You are an amazing human being. And as far as a business partner, you're the best freaking lender I've ever.
Oh my goodness. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Sometimes I know sometimes we tweet our own horn, but when others tweet it, it's just a lot better.
Well, Tony, I'm honored to work with you. I think that just again, what I always like to say is that I want to be an extension of you, and that's so as evidence of taking great care of our families that we have, it's because you are that person as well, sir. You take such great care and really put yourself into the home buyer's shoes, or even the seller's shoes as they're going through the process, which is something that's really unique to the value proposition that you bring. Because again, that's not something that's very common. You're not a transactional person or realtor, better yet. You are a relationship person, and it really shows with the way that you take care of and handle all the home buyers and families that you work with.
Thank you, my friend. And I know that when we first met, we worked together, and then I kind of drifted away and I tried a couple of other lenders, but I had to come back because no one gives the service that you give or makes the clients as happy as you do. And so you are part of my team. You will be part of my team, and I hope you feel likewise. Anyway, so that's it. I would, if there's anything else you want to add besides your business address and your phone number, I just want to tell everybody out there, people, you need a mortgage, you need to refinance your home, this is your guy.
Oh, thank you so much, Tony. Well,
Mario Gall with Legacy Mutual. If you need his contact information, just text me, email me, contact me anyway, you'll get it. And otherwise, he's also going to give it to us.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much again for having me, Tony. Really easy to get a hold of us. Visit us at TritonGroupHomeLoans.com. Triton is spelled Triton, and then Group, GROUPHOMELOANS.com, TritonGroupHomeLoans.com. You can email Triton Group at LegacyMutual.com, or just call us 210-476-5523.
Fantastic, my friend. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time and for doing this for me. I kind of explained to you what my new project is, and you're my first victim. And so thank you so much. I sincerely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And I couldn't could not think of a better victim.
Well, thank you so much. I'm happy to be your victim, sir. You're first.
All right. Okay, Mario, well, have a wonderful day. We will be in touch again sometime in the near future once this COVID thing is done with, and we can do the interview in person, because
Yes,
usually,
sir.
usually at this point, I get a hug.
I'm virtually hugging you right
I
now.
know. Likewise, likewise. All right, Mario, good. Thank you so much, and we will talk soon.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Have a good one, and we will be seeing each other, I'm sure, and working together like we have in the past. So talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Tony. Bye-bye.